Iron Rule of Tomasi, number 6. Women are utterly incapable of loving a man in the way that a man expects to be loved. In its simplicity, this speaks volumes about the condition of men. It accurately expresses a pervasive nihilism that men must either confront and accept or be driven insane in denial for the rest of their lives when they fail to come to terms with the disillusionment. Women are incapable of loving men in a way that a man idealizes is possible, in a way he thinks she should be capable of. Most critics of this assessment of how either sex interprets and considers love tend to blow past this last part. They oversimplify my meaning and sputter out something to the effect of, "That Tomasi guy thinks women can't ever really love men. What preposterous crap." Of course, that isn't my assertion. But I understand the want to dismiss this notion, particularly for men and women invested in the ideal of egalitarian equalism. It's a threat to the ego investment that men and women are anything less than co-equal and fully rational agents who come together for a mutually agreeable benefit. The simple mechanics of women's innate hypergamy puts the lie to this presumption, as well as confirms the relevancy of women's constant, qualitative conditionality for whom, really what, they'll love. I think it's ironic that the same people who disparage this concept are among the first to readily embrace the pop psychology notion of love languages. I get why this idea pisses off women and feminized men. It's very unflattering to be accused of loving men from a position of opportunism. However, it's important to understand that I don't make this observation to condemn the way women approach love, although I'm sure it will follow. My point isn't to presume a right or wrong way for women to love men or vice versa. There are beneficial and detrimental aspects of both women's opportunistic approach to love and men's idealistic approach to love. That said, I happen to believe that the differing ways men and women love each other evolved to be complementary to the other, each sex's strengths compensating for the weakness of the other. For all the "OMG, I can't believe this red pill asshole thinks women can't really love men" misdirection, I should point out that well-intentioned men, especially the newly red pill, are often guilty of a similar oversimplification.
Do you trust me?
Theirs is an attempt to find validation in the, usually recent, trauma of having been cut away from their prior blue pill conditioning. A similar sentiment of, "Rose says women can't really love men. Of course, it's also clear to me. Now I know why she left me," satisfies a simplistic need for confirmation of their former condition. And again, it's not a right or wrong way of loving. It's the lack of recognizing there is a difference in men and women's concepts of love, and being on the punishing side of that lack. Most men will want to apply their concepts of honor or justice in assessing how right men's idealistic love is, while women will still see the inherent value in loving what a man is as a prerequisite for loving who a man is. Hypergamy doesn't care about men's idealistic expectations of love, but neither does men's rationality make concessions for what facilitates women's opportunistic approach to love. Romantic souls. I pulled the following quote from a post on the Red Pill subreddit forum. "My whole life, I've had it nailed into me that I would be able to find true love if I was honest and hardworking. As I grew older, it was, if I'm somewhat fit and have a good job making $60,000 to $80,000 a year, I'll find that beautiful girl that loves me as I love her. As I've stated on many occasions, It is men who are the true romantics. Granted, it's the indeliberate result of centuries of evolved courtly love.
Turn around.
But in the realm of what qualifies as a true act of romance, it's men who are the primary actors. It's men who make, or want to make, romance happen. And of course, therein lies the problem. A man cannot make romance happen for a woman. For all a man's very imaginative, creative endeavors to manufacture a romance that will endear a woman to him, his trying to do so is what disqualifies his intent.